What is up guys, Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the news and specifically the Dead Heat Summer Race Revival. So Ishtar's coming back tomorrow as of this recording, so this is going to be a quick little video to just kind of talk about it a little bit and get you guys somewhat prepared for the events to come. Now going forward for events and stuff that's coming out, I'm going to try and make more of like a bigger video for it and maybe make like a guide or something. I don't really know specifically how I want to handle making guides and stuff like that, but I'm gonna try and do that for you guys, make more content. Anyway, this event though will start tomorrow, July 17th, and go until August 1st, and this is broken up into two different parts. The second part will be available on the 23rd of July, so you have to make sure you finish part 1 before you can do part 2, so make sure you take this week to get that done. And as the banner indicates, and as I've already said, you will get a 4-star welfare servant, Ishtar, and she'll be a rider. She's a very good character, so definitely make sure you get her and don't miss the opportunity, because this is the revival version, so this will be the last time she'll come out, so make sure you get that taken care of. So the event is a pretty cool event. You have it's basically a big race. There's 6 different teams here. Each team will have its own set of missions and its own set of item drops, and you just pick whichever one of these you want to do and just farm that, get the materials you want, and cheer for your team. And then depending on how many people vote or do the battles for the same team, they'll progress across the race, and at the end of the time period, or whoever reaches the finish line first, that team will win. And so just make sure you're cheering on the team you want to win. Now there are 4 different races, so we'll scroll down a little bit here. 4 different races. They are timed, so you just well, I guess they're not really timed, I guess, but after the first round ends, you'll go into the second round, and then the third round, and then the 4th round. So just make sure you're playing. Once you miss a race, you can't go back and redo it. So you do have to stay on top of it. There are different quests for different races, so it'll be a little bit tricky, but just make sure you stay on top of it and do farm actively, I guess. It doesn't impact the main quest if you don't do the races. Like if you miss a day, you're fine, but you will lose out on those drops. So there's boosters that can increase your card effectiveness depending on which one you use, and each of the races, like teams, have different ones they prefer. So make sure you're using the right item in the right race to get increased cheering points. I'm kind of glossing over this just a little bit. It's already been out, so most of us already know what we're doing. So this is basically just a little bit of an overview for the new players. There are boosted characters. All the summer characters that are coming out in part 2 will be boosted. So if you have any of those in your bench, you can use those and get the increased bonuses from that. And there are a whole bunch of other servants as well. Some of the older summer characters, some other characters in general get boosted. All the characters on the race teams, I'm assuming, are on here to get boosted as well. So if you have any of those characters, make sure you're leveling them up and using them in this so you can get the increased bonuses. And then as far as the shop goes, I'll throw up an image right here so you guys can see for the shop. It's pretty standard as far as what you guys get. 1 crystallized lore, 1 grail, 1 summoning ticket. You get 8 saint quartz. The materials to evolve Ishtar, the ones to get her MP copies. There's 2 craft essences because there's 2 different parts, so you'll have to get 2 different currencies for those. They're both solid craft essences. Dive to Summer is pretty good, or Dive to Blue rather, is pretty good, and it's pretty good for arts teams. You get that 50% gauge for your arts teams, so that's nice. That's for part 2 though. You should get them all anyway because it helps increase your drop rates, so you shouldn't be skipping them unless you already have copies of them maxed out from the first time this came out. And then you have the Ice Crystal and Primordial Lanugos. That'll be really good for anyone who doesn't have Scotty maxed out, so if you're looking for a few more mats for her, then that'll be very helpful there. Other than that, nothing really stands out to me in the shop. It's just normal stuff, so just make sure you farm up what you need and buy out the shop for whatever you're looking for. I'm gonna have to go pretty hard on the shop because I'm running low on mats, so I'm gonna try and clear it out. And then you do have your set of craft essences for the banners. So I don't really think part 1 has that good of craft essences on the shop. Summer Little is okay, but I wouldn't be pulling for these craft essences unless you're getting them for the drop rates of the cards. Other than that, they're not that good. Part 2 though has Midsummer Moment. That one's actually a really good one. So if you don't have that one, it might be worth trying to roll for. It's really good for quick. It's one of the only really good ones for quick, honestly. So yeah, there's that. We'll talk about the banners here. So let's talk about the characters that come out. I don't think there's anything else to really talk about for this. There's going to be a limited time item exchange for mana prisms for the Blaze of Wisdoms, so you get some EXP items, and there will be a challenge quest as well, as always. So there will be, I think it's 8 characters that will be coming out in this event. So I'm not going to really talk about it in depth, we'll just talk about a little bit on what they are. And I'll have the character spotlights for the characters individually as the week goes on, if I haven't done them already. So first up, as we already know, we have the 4-star event character, 4-star Rider Ishtar. So by completing the event, you'll be able to get her and all of her copies, so make sure you do that. And then for part 1, we have the 5-star character, caster version of Summer Nero. So that'll be really cool. She's a really cool character. If you do have her, she's much more effective at MP level 2, so food for thought in considering pulling for that. And then the other characters on that banner are going to be the 4-star Saber Frankenstein, the 4-star Assassin Nito Chris, and the 4-star Berserker Nobunaga. So those will be your part 1 characters. And then for part 2, you do have the 5-star Rider Artoria Pendragon Altar, or Maid Altar. She's a really good character. Last year she gave me a lot of difficulty trying to get. Did manage to get her though, so I'm really happy about that. And then the 4-star characters on her banner will be the 4-star Archer Helena and the 4-star Lancer Raiko. So those are your characters for this event. 8 characters in total, 2 different banners, 2 different weeks. So make sure you try and get what you want. Personally, you gotta be really careful, in my opinion, with your St. Courts, because we're gonna have a bunch of events back to back to back. So you have this, and then I'm assuming Summer 3 is gonna come like right after this event ends. So I wouldn't go too crazy trying to get these characters. I would much rather tell you guys to save for Summer 3. But if you do want Nero, or if you do want Maid Altar, then by all means go ahead and get those characters for your teams. So that's it, guys. Just this quick little overview. Like I said, for future events, for future new events, I will try to make more of an in-depth guide or breakdown or how-tos or something. I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I've always struggled with trying to figure out the best way to make videos for events where it doesn't require me to do like hours of editing and making graphics and stuff. But if that's what I have to do, as long as I figure out a formula for it, I'll do it. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. But for now, this is what you guys got. I'm sorry about that, but hopefully in the future, I can work on something better for you guys to watch. But for now, I hope you did enjoy this. I hope you guys get everything you need out of Summer 2. I hope you guys get everything you need out of the banners. I'm personally not going to be pulling for the banners, so don't expect any pull videos, but I will be streaming the event, so make sure you stop by Twitch and check out those events. I do have a new overlay for the Summer 2 event, so make sure you step by and check that out. And that's it, guys. So I'm gonna leave you here with the links down below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord, so make sure you check those out, and I'll see you guys next time.